The crisp air of a March afternoon in New York City buzzed with the familiar sounds of urban life. The city was alive, a living, breathing entity that never seemed to sleep. From the towering skyscrapers to the bustling streets below, every corner of Manhattan was teeming with energy and activity. Taxis honked, sirens wailed in the distance, and the rumble of millions of lives colliding formed the city's symphony. Pedestrians hurried along the sidewalks, each lost in their own world, while street vendors called out to passers-by, adding to the cacophony of sounds that defined the city. High above this concrete jungle, a helicopter embarked on a sightseeing tour, promising breathtaking views of the iconic skyline to its eager passengers. The helicopter's rotors sliced through the air, creating a rhythmic thump that echoed through the canyons of glass and steel below. Little did they know, this seemingly routine tour would end in a tragedy, forever etching their fates into the city's memory. The date was March 11, 2018, and the skies above Manhattan would soon bear witness to a horrifying spectacle. The date was March 11, 2018, and the skies above Manhattan would soon bear witness to a horrifying spectacle. The passengers, unaware of the impending disaster, were filled with excitement and anticipation, ready to experience the city from a perspective few ever get to see. Tourists, giddy with anticipation, boarded the helicopter, their cameras ready to capture the awe-inspiring panorama of one of the world's most celebrated cities. They chatted excitedly, sharing their plans for the day and their hopes for the perfect shot. The sun glinted off the skyscrapers, promising a picture-perfect day for a bird's-eye view of Central Park, the Statue of Liberty, and the majestic Empire State Building. The clear skies and bright sunlight created ideal conditions for sightseeing, and the passengers eagerly awaited the moment they would soar above the city's landmarks. Among the passengers were young men, friends out to celebrate a birthday, their laughter and excitement filling the small cabin. They joked and took selfies, capturing the joy of the moment and the thrill of the adventure ahead. Their dreams of adventure and the promise of unforgettable memories hung in the air, as tangible as the scent of jet fuel and the whir of the helicopter blades. The anticipation was palpable, and the passengers could hardly contain their excitement as the helicopter prepared for takeoff. The helicopter lifted off, ascending above the urban tapestry. The city below began to shrink, its vastness becoming more manageable from this elevated perspective. From this vantage point, the city transformed into a miniature wonderland, its streets teeming with ant-like vehicles and its parks resembling patches of emerald green amidst the gray concrete. The passengers marveled at the sight, their cameras clicking away to capture the stunning views. For a fleeting moment, time seemed to stand still as the passengers marveled at the breathtaking panorama. The beauty of the city from above was mesmerizing, and they felt a sense of awe and wonder at the sight before them. The cacophony of the city faded into a distant hum, replaced by the rhythmic thump of the helicopter blades and the excited chatter within the cabin. The passengers were lost in the moment, their worries and cares left far below on the bustling streets of Manhattan. This moment of tranquility, however, would be brutally shattered, transforming a joyous occasion into an unspeakable tragedy. The sudden disturbance in the helicopter sent shockwaves through the cabin, and the passengers' expressions of joy turned to ones of fear and disbelief. The city below, once a source of wonder, now loomed ominously as the helicopter's fate took a tragic turn. The helicopter, operated by Liberty Helicopters, was a familiar sight in the New York City skies. Known for their distinctive red and white paint, these helicopters were a staple in the airspace above the city, often seen buzzing around the iconic skyline. It was a routine tourist flight, a popular choice for those seeking a unique perspective of the city's grandeur. Tourists from all over the world would book these flights, eager to capture breathtaking aerial photos of landmarks like the Statue of Liberty, Central Park, and the Empire State Building. The company had a long history of providing such tours, its helicopters becoming almost as synonymous with the New York experience as yellow cabs and Broadway shows. With decades of experience, Liberty Helicopters had built a reputation for safety and reliability, making them a trusted name in aerial tours. On this particular day, the flight manifest held 5 passengers, all eager to experience the thrill of seeing Manhattan from above. Each passenger had a window seat, ensuring they had an unobstructed view of the sprawling cityscape below. Cameras and smartphones were at the ready, poised to capture every moment of the journey. The pilot, a seasoned veteran with thousands of flight hours under his belt, navigated the complex airspace above the city with practiced ease. His calm demeanor and confident handling of the controls reassured the passengers, who marveled at the skill required to fly so close to the towering skyscrapers. He was responsible for ensuring the safety of his passengers, guiding the helicopter along a predetermined route that offered the most spectacular views. The route was meticulously planned to showcase the best of New York City, from the bustling streets of Midtown to the serene waters of the Hudson River. The flight plan was straightforward: a loop around the southern tip of Manhattan, offering glimpses of the city's most iconic landmarks. As the helicopter circled the island, passengers were treated to a panoramic view of the skyline, a sight that left many in awe of the city's architectural marvels. It was a routine he had performed countless times before, a testament to the perceived safety and predictability of these tourist excursions. Each flight followed the same path, with the pilot expertly maneuvering the helicopter to ensure every passenger had the best possible view. Unbeknownst to those on board, however, this routine flight was about to take a terrifying turn. The passengers, blissfully unaware of the impending danger, continued to snap photos and marvel at the sights below. As the helicopter approached the East River, a critical malfunction occurred, turning the routine into a desperate fight for survival. The serene flight was abruptly interrupted by a jolt, causing the passengers to exchange worried glances. The engine sputtered, the once familiar hum of the blades transforming into an ominous groan. The pilot's calm facade cracked as he frantically tried to regain control, his hands moving swiftly over the controls in a bid to stabilize the aircraft. Panic seized the passengers as the helicopter began to descend, the reassuring cityscape below now morphing into a menacing concrete jungle that promised a catastrophic impact. The once exciting adventure had turned into a nightmare, with each second bringing them closer to an uncertain fate. The Eurocopter. AS350, the type of helicopter involved in the accident, is a versatile and widely used aircraft known for its reliability. This helicopter, often referred to as the Squirrel in some regions, has been a staple in the aviation industry for decades. Its adaptability and performance have made it a favorite among various sectors, from commercial to governmental operations. It's a workhorse of the skies, employed in a variety of roles from aerial photography and law enforcement. The AS350's ability to maneuver in tight spaces and its impressive lift capacity make it ideal for capturing stunning aerial shots and for use in critical law enforcement missions where precision and reliability are paramount. To tourism and medical transport, tour operators rely on the AS350 to provide tourists with breathtaking views of landscapes, while medical teams depend on its speed and efficiency to transport patients in emergencies. The helicopter's versatility is unmatched, making it a vital tool in both leisure and life-saving operations. Its single-engine design, while inherently less redundant than twin-engine helicopters, is a common feature in its class and has proven safe and efficient over decades of service. The engine's reliability and the helicopter's overall design have been refined over the years, ensuring that it meets the rigorous demands of various missions while maintaining a high safety standard. The AS350's reputation for reliability added to the shock and disbelief that followed the crash, as investigators sought to understand how such a seemingly dependable machine could be involved in such a tragic incident. The aviation community was left reeling, questioning what could have gone wrong with an aircraft that had consistently demonstrated such high performance and safety. The helicopter's design, while generally considered sound, had been the subject of previous safety concerns. Engineers and safety experts had periodically reviewed the AS350's design to ensure it met evolving safety standards, but no major flaws had been identified that would suggest a risk of catastrophic failure. Specifically, the location of the emergency fuel shutoff lever, situated between the pilot's legs, had been identified as a potential hazard in certain emergency situations. This placement, while designed for quick access, posed a risk of accidental activation, which could lead to unintended consequences during critical moments. This design quirk, while not uncommon in helicopters of its class, would later emerge as a critical factor in the NTSB investigation, adding a layer of complexity and raising questions about the aircraft's safety features. The investigation delved deep into the design and operational history of the AS350, seeking to uncover any overlooked issues that might have contributed to the accident. Despite its widespread use and generally good safety record, the crash served as a stark reminder that even the most reliable machines can fail. It underscored the importance of continuous vigilance and improvement in aviation safety practices, as well as the need for thorough and ongoing maintenance checks to ensure the aircraft's integrity. The incident reignited debates about aviation safety, prompting calls for stricter regulations and design improvements to further mitigate risks associated with single-engine helicopters. Industry experts and regulatory bodies began to re-evaluate existing safety protocols, considering new measures that could enhance the safety of both pilots and passengers. The tragedy also highlighted the critical importance of pilot training and emergency preparedness, underlining the need for constant vigilance in an industry where even the smallest oversight can have catastrophic consequences. Enhanced training programs and emergency drills became a focal point, ensuring that pilots are better equipped to handle unexpected situations and maintain the highest standards of safety. A unique aspect of this particular helicopter tour was the use of supplemental harnesses intended to enhance passenger safety. These harnesses, unlike traditional seatbelts, restricted movement within the cabin, allowing passengers to lean out and capture unobstructed photographs of the cityscape. While this feature undoubtedly added to the allure of the tour, it would tragically transform from a selling point into a deadly liability. The harnesses, while designed with good intentions, tragically hindered escape during the chaotic moments of the crash. The complex buckle mechanism, intended to secure passengers, proved difficult to release under pressure, trapping them inside the sinking helicopter. The very feature that promised unobstructed views and thrilling photo opportunities became a cruel irony, as the harnesses, meant to enhance safety, instead contributed to the tragic loss of life. The use of these harnesses immediately came under scrutiny following the crash. Experts questioned their necessity in a controlled sightseeing tour, arguing that the inherent risks associated with their restrictive nature outweighed the perceived benefits. The investigation revealed that the passengers, strapped into their harnesses, were unable to free themselves from the sinking wreckage, highlighting a fatal flaw in a system meant to enhance safety. The tragedy of the East River crash served as a harsh reminder that even well-intentioned safety measures can have unintended and tragic consequences.